this is the astrology for June 2023. So June is a very intense, powerful month. But you know what other month hasn't been lately? We are continuing on the intensity of June. And so to start off with June, we have a full moon in the sign of Sagittarius. Now, usually the full moons are in the one sign, Sagittarius, normally would be opposite the sun and the moon in the same sign. However, in June, this full moon in Sagittarius is going to be opposite Gemini. So, well, what does that mean? So there are two energies at play here. Usually it's the one energy, but there's two energies at play here. And interestingly enough, Saturn, Sagittarius and Gemini are always opposite one another on the chart. And yet they are not the opposites. They are more alike, really, than they are opposite. So, phew, that'll be good. So Sagittarius is the adventure. Sagittarius is higher beliefs. Also, Sagittarius can get very dogmatic. So what happens in a full moon is we release what no longer serves us. So there will be a little bit of that. So what are your old beliefs? You know, what are beliefs that no longer serve you? What adventures are you that no longer serve going forward, what adventures you want to go on? Things that maybe you've been trying to manifest and no longer seem to fit on the plate. That's what this full moon is going to be about. But we also have a lot of other aspects that are in play with this full moon. And I will do more of a full moon and new moon video during the month. But that is June 3rd. Starts right off the bat. And that's very early in the morning on June 3rd Pacific time in the United States. We also have an aspect of Uranus, which is the fast-moving, futuristic, rules electricity. Energy will also be with Mercury, the mind, think, in Taurus on that same day. So our minds, and which is interesting because we have Uranus in Taurus until 2026, I believe. And they are two opposite energies. Taurus is slow and steady, wins the race. Taurus is very slow moving. Uranus is extremely fast moving. So our minds, because it's Uranus and Mercury in Taurus, is that our minds will be very quick to thinking. But Taurus doesn't like change. Uranus loves change. So our minds might be geared towards the future and getting rid of, releasing, because it's with that full moon in Sagittarius, all the old structures that don't work, because Taurus is that physical earth energy. On June 11th, Mercury, the mind, is going to be moving into Gemini, which is its ruling planet. Think. And Gemini is communication. It's that third house of communication and teaching, studying, learning, researching. So it will be nice to have Mercury in its home sign of Gemini. and it will be out of retrograde because we've had Mercury in retrograde. It'll be out of retrograde. And so there will be probably a lot of information coming out because it's communication. So we will hear, as if there isn't enough information that's been coming out on the world stage, we will be having more and more information. Mercury is a big player in the month of June. We also have 3 planets that are going to go retrograde in June. So from June 2023, for the rest of the year, we have a lot of planets going retrograde. So we have also on the 11th, we have Pluto, which has been in Aquarius, spent a lot of time in Capricorn, hence seeing a lot of the top-down structures, all the hidden secrets of top-down structures being revealed. Then Pluto moved into Aquarius, and it's been in Aquarius, and that's freedom, power to the people. So any hidden secrets that are pertaining to our freedoms, hidden secrets about power not being to the people, has been revealed. And it will not be totally in Aquarius, Pluto, until the end of 2024. So Pluto will retrograde in Capricorn on June 11th as well. So we have, Mercury in Gemini on the 11th, and then also Pluto's going to go retrograde in Capricorn. So we're going to be reviewing again top-down structures, secrets in top-down structures happening when we go Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. So we will be revisiting, because it's all the RE words: revisit, review, rewind, because the retrogrades, the planets are going backwards. So that is in play in June. So just when you thought that could be over, no, it's not. So there will be a lot of information coming out about top-down structures, government, banks, any institution, schools, all those things. And then on the 17th of June, Saturn, which is the restriction planet, it's the principal at school going, excuse me, one that keeps time. Are you following the rules? Or are you not following the rules? Is going to go retrograde in Pisces. We just got into Saturn in Pisces. So the Pisces rules the water, illusions, delusions, the mystic, highly spiritual. So Saturn in Pisces invites us to be in our spiritual integrity. So when it goes retrograde, we will be reviewing water. What's the quality of our water? What's been happening to our water? I believe that there'll be information coming out about our water and our water systems, because Saturn is your accountability planet. Also, any things that has been, Pisces also rules the media. So big things, if there has been things that are not in alignment with the true and the just in the media, that will be coming out because it's going retrograde. We will be reviewing all the disillusions, the illusions from media, water structures, etc., starting June 17th. And then also on the 17th, we have a lot of things going on all at once. we will have a new moon in Gemini. And that will be very nice. Gemini loves to be happy. Gemini is that duality. So sometimes we feel childlike. Sometimes, Gemini feels very responsible. But it's all about communication. So manifesting, how well are you communicating? Are you communicating the truth? Are you, it invites us to start a YouTube channel, getting out there and using our voice for loving kindness and truth in that new moon in Gemini on June 17th. And then, I can't believe I forgot this one, but the first half of the moon, like I say, I always talk about the seasons. The first half of June is in Gemini season. Gemini season, the mind. Hello, can't wait for that to kick in. But the first half of June is in Gemini. So we're in Gemini season, communication. And the second half is going to be in Cancer, which is a water sign. So, and that happens June 21st. We will be in Cancer season. So Cancer rules our home, our domestic. Also, too, is that Mercury moves into Cancer on June 26th. So Mercury, the mind, communication. This is an invitation to be able to communicate all the old wounds, because Cancer, every Cancer I've ever known, and no offense to Cancers, we all have our thing, is that if a Cancer cannot look at, heal their childhood, family, domestic wounds, it's very hard for them to move forward in life. So this Mercury in Cancer on the 26th of June invites us all, especially the Cancers, but invites us all to communicate, to take a look at all the old wounds that in childhood, in our upbringing, in family, that needs to be communicated out, healed, and grounded out so that we could move on, all of us, at home. Could be our home state, could be our home country, could be our home. But I have a feeling that we will see a lot of news or communication, truce, and hopefully healing in our home countries that needs to happen. Then we have, at the end of June, June 30th, we have the planet Neptune, which rules Pisces, going retrograde in Pisces. So if you're feeling a bit foggy, that's Neptune in Pisces. So we need to watch out for not escaping, because Pisces rules escapism. We have Saturn in Pisces. We have Neptune in Pisces. And so that's escapism. Drinking too much, using too many drugs, not moving forward with our responsibilities, saying, oh, I'll do it later. No, I think I'll do it later, or maybe tomorrow. It's going retrograde. Neptune is going retrograde in Pisces. And so we will be reviewing, what do we use for escape? Is it healthy for us? Like getting out on the earth, taking walks, the spirituality, meditating. Is that a good escape? Or are we not living up to our responsibilities, drinking, drugging, that sort of thing. So that is my report thus far for June 2023 astrology. Just remember, give yourself some grace. Remember that the outside world is working out all its issues, but we can have a happy inside world. We have a lot of opportunity in June to review a lot of parts of our lives, which isn't always a bad thing. Always stay in the love frequency. Choose love over fear. Bye for now.